Vida.
I'm Alfred Zappala.
On this episode of You, Me, and Sicily, we're going to tell you all about Sicilian cards, which are one of the most important symbols of this island.
Yep.
Alfred here looks like he's ready to go ride on one.
What, you don't like my cappaduzzo?
Love it.
That's the Sicilian way of saying hat, or cappello in Italian, but everybody wears them. I wear it every day.
And wait to see the people here in Sicily during festivals and special events. They go all out. Enjoy this episode of You, Me, and Sicily. Ciao.
Ciao.
Sicilian carts, or Carretti Siciliani, are a quintessential part of Sicily's culture and history. The concept of carts was introduced to the islands by the ancient Greeks, but it wasn't until the late 18th, beginning of the 19th century, when the Bourbons started laying down roads in Sicily, that carts as we know them today began to be widely used on the island. Carts helped boost the economy, as people used it to transport produce, wood, wine, or people all over the island. Horses or donkeys pulled the freight, depending on the terrain. Today, Sicilian carts are mostly ornamental and on display at festivals, weddings, special events, or in museums. The intricate decorations on the carts depict events of the past and folklore meant to keep history and tradition alive, and in the past, tell stories to those who could not read. The themes vary from folklore, religion, significant historic battles, and characters from plays and operas.
We have the reference to a very important Italian epic poem, Orlando Furioso, written by Ludovico Ariosto. In fact, Orlando with Angelica, Orlando, Rinaldo, and Angelica are the most important characters of this epic poem.
This cart was painted by one of the best-known Sicilian artists of modern day, Domenico Di Maro from Acci San Antonio, who died at the age of 102 in 2016. In fact, Acci San Antonio, as well as the surrounding villages in the province of Catania, were home to many of the great master craftsmen who assembled Sicilian carts, many of whom are gone today. So this is your grandfather?
Yeah. He was a carrettier.
Giuseppe Giuffrida's grandfather used carts to transport goods in the early 20th century. Giuseppe never met his grandfather because he died when Giuseppe was just a baby. But as a young man, he heard stories about his grandfather, and once he learned more about the craft of carts, he became enthralled.
Open my eyes. The book is...
It is now his mission to collect, preserve, and encourage this tradition to continue, with a collection of 30 carts, the oldest dating back to the year 1930. The carts owned by the Giuffrida family are on display at several festivals, including one of the most important, the Feast of St. Alfio, Philadelphio, and Cerino in Tre Castagni. Recently, Dolce & Gabbana, the famous apparel maker, used scenes depicted on carts to produce an entire line of Sicilian cart-inspired products. Several of the Giuffrida carts were used as models.
One of of the most important parts of Sicilian cart are the keys.
Assembling carts is no easy task. It takes 4 different specialities of craftsmen and artisans to build one, and can take up to a year.
We need 4 people for the realization of a cart. That is the wheelwright who realized the general structure of the cart, the blacksmith for the iron elements, here, there, the painter and the sculptor. The period of realization goes from a minimum of 3 months to a maximum of 1 year.
Depending on the region of Sicily, carts have different styles and colors. There are 3 major differences between the carts made on the west coast around Palermo and east coast around Catania. First, the side panels on the west are shaped as a trapezoid. On the east, they are rectangular. While carts made around Palermo are made mostly with yellows, Catanese carts have predominantly red colors. Western carts also tend to depict more scenes from the Arabic and Norman times, while Catania and Eastern carts are more Baroque in its storytelling style. Seeing carts pulled by their abundantly decorated horses is a real treat and a highlight of many events in Sicily. It's a sight we hope will continue for generations to come. All right, so during the story you heard us mention about the keys, which is just one part of the Sicilian cart. And actually all the parts, when separated, are quite valuable today, Alfred.
There's a huge market, especially for the painted side paddles all the way around. Those things are worth thousands of dollars on the open market.
And what about the keys?
The keys, there are 2 keys. They hold the cart, give it some stability. Highly valuable as well.
All right, if you've enjoyed this episode, check out all our episodes at www.youmeandsicily.com and our Facebook page. Robust and so much fun. Join us there as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Ciao!
Ciao!